Everything going well so far?
It's going well, man.
I saw you doing some workout early. So.
Oh yeah. You know how to get that in. You know, everyday routine.
Feels like a little rushed at all because of how your summer went. Like you just signed here. It's all happening.
Yeah.
Do you even know where your locker is yet?
Nah, I mean they got me a little they got me set up. You know, they got me a little set up. So it's smooth for sure. But you know, it's funny. Like this has been a fast turnaround. But you know, last year when I got traded to Phoenix, it was an even faster turnaround.
It's true.
I got traded on that Wednesday or Thursday. I think I got traded on a Wednesday, flew to Phoenix on Thursday, and then media day was on that Monday or Sunday.
Right.
So it was even faster.
And you didn't see that one coming.
I did not see that one coming.
Really?
Exactly. Exactly. Like this, I already had my bags packed already. So whenever I got the call or whenever I knew what I was going to do, it was the process of just kind of getting out of there was relatively simple as opposed to waking up, being cool, and then having to get everything together and then leave the next day and then not being able to come back. So it's been quick, but it hasn't been too bad.
Tell me about the workouts because you worked out here. It was reported Sacramento, Golden State. There was some other
Boston.
Tell me the story about the workout here. How did it go? Who was kind of running you through it? And why do you think they ultimately said, you know what, we want to try to find a spot for this guy?
So the first day I got here was it was a little bit tough because I had flew from Boston, landed at 11 p.m. It was one of those type situations. Had to wake up at 6:30 to go do some physical things, and then we had pickup that first day, and it was good. I think what they appreciated about me was just I came in there playing the right way. I ain't coming there trying to shoot the ball every time and taking bad shots or whatnot. You know, I played the right way. We won every game. You know, that type of things, and I think I just competed hard. And I think that's something that they appreciated.
Do you have a relationship with anybody on the team prior to signing here? Anybody that kind of gave you a heads up of what to expect? Anything like that?
Not really. You know, guys from over the years just kind of competing against each other. So you got that respect there. And you know, me and Tyler have been playing against each other since high school. You know, throughout the AAU circuit, McDonald's All-American, played against each other in college. So we super familiar with each other. But nothing extensive in regards to somebody giving me huge insight to what's going on. I think one thing that was cool is when I came out here to work out, I had a chance to go out to eat with Udonis Haslam and Keshad and the other guys, Josh. We all went out to go get some food, and I got to connect with them as if I was already a part of the team. So I thought that was pretty dope.
That's a good resource right there. UD. I mean,
we went to I don't even know how to pronounce it, but some. I don't want to say the wrong thing, but it was some type of Latin food.
Sure, Latin food. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know
There's
which
a lot
one.
of that down
Yeah,
here,
I
so
don't know if
think
it was Cuban or Dominican, but
right.
one of the two, I'm pretty sure.
What did you get?
I got the oxtails with the rice and beans.
Nice.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire spot.
That sounds good. I haven't had lunch yet. So.
Yeah, delicious.
So you grew up in a Pensacola area? I know you bounced around a lot, but
yeah, I was born in Pensacola. Bounced back and forth between Orange Park, Florida / Jacksonville and Orlando, but primarily from Orlando. That's where I spent most of my time at. That's where all my family is, my grandmother, cousins, all that type of stuff. So
anybody impacted by the hurricane or anything like that?
Not crazy. You know how Floridians be. They
shrug it off.
Just shrug it off like nothing happened. But yeah, man, Orlando kid is what I rep for sure.
All right. Okay, so you only started playing basketball or taking it more seriously around 12, right?
Yeah.
So is it fair to say that you're kind of still learning the game even
for
at
sure.
this point?
Yeah. I wasn't one of those dudes that I was playing basketball, my entire life, but I wasn't a specialized basketball player. You see, kids these days who only play basketball from 6 years old.
Right.
That wasn't me. I played soccer, baseball, football.
What was your position in football?
I was it was like Pop Warner. I was
right,
playing the line or something. I was just running around. I didn't know what I was doing. I was running around. I was musically inclined, so I was really into music.
Piano, right?
Yeah, piano, but I also was playing saxophone, clarinet, some tuba.
Woodwind instruments?
Yeah, I played the saxophone. I was playing the sax. That was my first instrument, actually.
Yeah.
Awesome. How'd you pick up the sax?
Man, I love music. So my dad was super into music, and we used to listen to jazz. And
you got a favorite jazz musician?
Yes, he actually his name is Gregory Porter. He
Sure.
sings over. Yeah, he sings over his music. But
Well, my son's middle name is Coltrane, so
yeah. Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
That's dope.
yeah.
So yeah, just listen to that. I always loved it, and I just wanted to learn how to produce something that I love to hear. So that's kind of how I got into it.
You and Josh Christopher could start a band. He's playing guitar.
Oh really? No, I want to learn how to. I told him I want to learn the bass, so he might have to figure something out.
Great story.
I have a question for you since you're a Florida guy.
Mm-hmm.
Your go-to pub sub.
Man, buffalo chicken tender sub.
Nice.
Got to get the ranch on there, lettuce, banana peppers if I need a little spice.
Banana.
Yeah.
Oh, to add to the
If you need
buffalo
a little
chicken.
spice.
At Publix, so you guys look at the banana peppers before you order them.
Yeah. I don't always get the banana peppers, but yeah, definitely the buffalo chicken tender sub. That's the go-to.
Cheese or no cheese?
I definitely get the cheese on it, toast it. Shout out my boy Rondo. He already knows what's going on. That's the go-to. We used to eat growing up every day, so for sure.
That's a good post game.
Yeah, I ain't even had to think about it. I already knew it. Go-to right there.
That's a go-to. What do you think of? Do you have a first Miami Heat memory? Not like since you signed here.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
For sure. I know this isn't the first one, but this is just like the one to me that just was the most memorable. But being from Florida, my mom grew up a Heat fan my entire life. And just that run, when LeBron had chose to come here, I remember like being like maybe 10 or 11 years old and watching the interview live, in my living room, and just watching him make that decision to go to Miami. Like that was like just like a pivotal moment for me because Bron was my favorite player. Well, not was, but like what I'm saying, like at that time was my favorite player. So him making that decision and just watching the dynasty that he was a part of over those next some years was really cool, and watching them just win the finals and remembering the Ray Allen shot, just remembering that whole run to me was just amazing.
Did you think he was going somewhere else?
Nah, I didn't think so.
No?
I was too young to like really conceptualize like free agency.
Right,
yeah,
right.
I just
like, who's got cap
I
space?
couldn't. I couldn't really like think about it in that way.
How excited was your mom though? I mean, she grew up.
Yeah, she was
obviously
lit.
She probably was like did the Alonzo Mourning, Tim Hardaway years, never
Exactly.
winning anything, and then LeBron. So
yeah, she was lit, and she was big into trading cards, so she had like all the cards, like Shaq and all of them. So like, she was really big into that stuff. So I just remember it just being like exciting because LeBron was on our Florida team at that time. Right. Even though I was from Orlando,
that's okay.
we just had love. I had love for Orlando as well. Like I love both of the teams. Like whoever was from Florida, that's who I was rooting for against anybody else. I didn't have no loyalty to a team at that time. So
the Amway Center. They don't root for
yeah.
Who? It's you. Chandler Parsons is from that area?
Chandler, Austin Rivers.
Austin Rivers.
I'm trying to think who else. I mean, Central Florida, if you're talking about going out to like Daytona or even like Tampa, you got Vince Carter, Kevin Knox was out there, Antonio Blakeney, Ben Simmons. A lot of guys went to Montverde, but may not necessarily be from Orlando. Tony Bradley.
A little underrated.
Yeah.
Underrated, I-4 corridor.
Yeah, Embiid went to The Rock. That's like Central Florida, Grayson Allen's from Jacksonville. That's where
I know that.
So, I knew him like since I was like in middle school. So
okay, so that must have been kind of cool.
Yeah, Kai Jones me and Kai Jones went to high school together. So it's a lot of talent, like, and it's probably more that I'm not that I can't think of right now, but it's a good amount of talent for sure.
You got a recent shout out from Dame, your former teammate.
Yeah.
What did that mean to you to kind of see that you could kind of take this next step with the Miami Heat and everything else?
It meant a lot to me, man. Dame has known me for a while now, and we have a really close relationship.
Yeah.
I know that he thinks highly of me already, but just kind of for him to put that out there to kind of give other people who may not know me as much an idea of the type of person I am, the type of player I am, means a lot to me because I think I'm fairly like under the radar person. Like I'm just low key. You don't really hear about me much. I'm not like I'm super big on social media. I just kind of do my thing, work out, spend time with the people I care about. And I think because of that, like I am kind of a mystery to some people. So, to hear him just kind of put that out there, I think meant a lot.
So how do you have a different mental approach now having to kind of prove yourself again to your third team. Like obviously last
Yeah.
year you talked about the Phoenix struggle, but now Miami, different completely organization,
Right.
different role even.
Yeah,
How do you go out there and approach it differently so that you can stand out and find a way to stick with the team? Really?
Just compete, man. I've been I think for me, I've been doing it my whole career. Like, I've never been in no position in which I had the luxury to kind of like chill. You know, I've always been a guy that had to like fight for every little thing that he's gotten. So it doesn't change much, but I think, getting waived, it's humbling. Like it makes you look in the mirror, like, and even though it may be, due to circumstances outside of my control, it still is the circumstance at hand. So definitely was, a moment in which I humbled myself and, had to have a rejuvenated sense of like competitiveness and edge and focus. Just because, I do love this game and I do love playing at the highest level. So it's not something I take for granted. So just going out there, competing, playing hard, just trying to let them know that I'm the type of person that you want on your team that can help you win games.
We're getting the wrap-it-up sign here, so I got one last question for you. You played with Dame. Obviously, you have a great relationship with him. Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, like guys who people say, those guys are, masters at their craft. What have you learned from some of those guys being their teammates, whether it's behind the scenes, how they work on their game, or anything on the court?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is you just see like why they have the success that they do. They show up every single day. Every single day their mentality, their drive, their will to try to win games. It's just a different level. And Dane specifically, I've spent the most time with him, so I feel like I've got to see it on an even different level. But even just from like, when he goes on his birthday, when we went on his birthday trip, like he has a trainer there, he's working out. You know what I'm saying? Things like that, like
big time commitment.
Yeah, it's just different, man. Like, it's not something that everybody does, and being around that is something that I apply. Like when I go on vacation, like first thing I do is, if it ain't got a gym, I can't go there. Like that's the first thing that I look for, and I hit my agent like, yo, can you get me a gym in Japan? Okay, you can. All right, cool. How far is an hour away? All right, bet. I'm gonna do it every day.
Right.
I'm gonna drive that hour, whatever the case may be, and make sure I get that work in because, you can do both. You can enjoy your life, but if you really care about something, you're gonna do what you feel like you got to do, to make sure that it remains. So, I think that's like one of the biggest things that I've learned is that he's great for a reason, and I feel like I apply it to my life.
Well, Nassir, it was great talking to you.
Sir, appreciate you.
Meeting
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you on the other side.
Thank you.
Training camp.
Appreciate it.
Sure.